Today, 23rd of July, today being Wednesday, this morning we out here at Zealot, Brother Dam, Wallbridge Road, and the residents out here complain about the project that was undertaken about a week ago. This project is about a bridge, you see it in the background there, and the residents here are concerned about the poor quality of construction of this bridge. The original bridge is a timber bridge, and apparently the relevant authority, we don't know who's undertaking this work, if it's the NDC or the RDC, whoever is undertaking this work. The resident was not consulted about this work and what the bridge will look like. What we understand from what we see in the bridge will be most likely a concrete bridge, but it will be using the old foundation, the old pile that is existing here. Basically, that is what this concrete bridge will be resting on. And the residents concerned that the way and the manner in which they are preparing the foundation, the two slabs on the east and the western side of the bridge, or the north and southern side of the bridge, that it not be sufficient to take the weight of the bridge, and the bridge will eventually sink. Like most of the bridges that the government built, even the wharf sunk, and because of poor construction. And this is what the resident is fearful of here. And they also annoyed because when this work was being executed, there was not informed about it prior. As a result, a number of people living on this dam may have vehicle, and because of the bridge being demolished, they had to park the vehicle over there. Parking the vehicle over there, the vehicle is being vandalized. So residents seeing as poor planning, consultation, and talks with the resident was important. In addition, a bypass bridge should be going here, a footwalk for the many school children in the area, elderly, and this was not done. So what basically the contractor did was just leave some 2 by 12 wood on the old bridge to persons to cross, and this is dangerous for children and our elderly. This is basically what the residents want to speak about. So we got to speak to some of the individuals. Many of them do not want to show their face. We don't have a problem with that, but we're going to listen to their voice because the voice is important. So this device is going to show you and tell the member of the public that the people of Zealot here is concerned, and they're looking at what the governments are doing. The bridge is for everybody need, the community need, but not because the government is building it for you, they must do it however they want to do it. Residents want to speak up for their own right and for their own protection. So as Chetty Jagan would always say, since he took office in 1992, when projects are being done in community, the community must be the watchdog. And this spirit of men and women in communities across the country speaking up for their rights because they want to be this watchdog. You can't stop them. This is the right. This is the right of citizens. It's taxpayers' money building this bridge. But what was more annoying is when one resident told me that when he approached the contractor and asked the contractor about some particulars of this bridge and some concern that he, the resident, have, that the contractor abused the man verbally. So this is totally unacceptable. So we asking the relevant authority, as I said, I don't know if the NDC, the RDC, Ministry, local government, whoever is the agency responsible for spending taxpayers' money to build this bridge, to ensure residents are being consulted. The residents don't know the cost of the bridge, which is very important. They don't know the specification of the bridge, which is also very important. They don't even know the name of the contractor of the bridge, which is also needed. So here we're going to listen to the voice of a few of the residents out here. So sir, tell me, what is your concern? Why you call me out here today? Good afternoon.
I call you concerning this bridge. The contractor come and demolish this bridge, which the NDC have not known that this bridge have demolished it. And they come and tell me the next one that before 8 o'clock, get out your vehicle out of here, that they will start break this bridge. And we have to get out the vehicle, try to left it to the road. People start to vandalize it. We have to take the vehicle and beg people and left it at people's yard. When we come back and we talk to the contractor, he was very abusive, cursing me, and you can't talk. And when they don't do whatever work they do, and we're not pleased with this work, whatever work they have done, and you told him, he annoyed about you. And we, the resident here, concerned because this bridge has not built the right way. That's all I have got to say now. Because first thing when a bridge building, you have to build a wing. And there is no wing here. Look at the old structure. You see a old wing is here. And that tell you that it's poor work. The pile that they use there is the pile what the older bridge. And they take the mud and full up the sap and hide it. As you could see, you could see when you're down there. That's all I got to say concerning it.
Let me have your
Yes, my viewpoint, this bridge start breakdown and nobody get to know. Nobody informed that this bridge a break. Just one day, guy walk around and tell people that the bridge a breakdown. When the bridge break down there now, me see when I start work and me not feel pleased because the boxing when I make for throwing the stuff, you half-inch stuff in the box. Understand me? And me is not a contractor, me is a electrician. And when this water catches cement, after a time you crack the soak in and bust the steel rod. And you can't talk nothing, you have to shut your mouth. And the man said that enough. And they said the bridge so don't cast in 2 days. The one day all to shoulder the camion is not on shoulder, but also the farm board bags got cast out. And this is sheer lawlessness.
The master of the walk home like here, the target this is one of the main people from some this place here. Or maybe the money that pay properly. Or something else. Anyhow, I can't say I use something better.
Okay, so what this resident is saying, let me just put it in its most simple language, is that these are the shoulder of the bridge, what we're looking at here. And it's located on the southern and northern side of this road. And it's referred to as the wing or the shoulder. And what they're doing there, what the backs have there, is the farm board, which is the backs which they're going to cast the slab. What this gentleman just said to you is that the perimeter of the backs is so close to the steel is only about half-inch away. It's not about 2 inches away. And if you're going to protect that steel, it needs to be protected by the cement. It needs to be protected by the cement. So it at least should have about a perimeter, a protection of like about 2 to 4 inches. So that is what is important because if the steel is not protected from the moisture from the water, the steel will swell and bust and will break the wall of that beam, and that will cause additional problems. So what the gentleman was saying that the farm backs was too small, it was too close to the steel rod. So basically that is what he was saying. But in addition to the wing or the shoulder of the bridge, if you notice what they did there, they take the original piling and basically what they did there, they take the original piling and they actually half it out. They believe they're going to make a bed, but the bed is insufficient to take the weight of this column that will be placed here. Now they use some of the old decking material, the 2x12, as a farm board for the base. Now if you look under here, this farm board under here is hollow. So if because of time, this farm will sink, it will rotten. Where this concrete slab will rest, it will go down into the water and the bridge will collapse. So what they need to do if they're going to use this farm as a wall, they need to put a piling there, a sheet piling. Okay, they need to put a sheet piling and compact this part here. That is what is needed. So they could have used a sheet piling, steel piling, or they could have used the concrete piles and drive them down here. So this is what is needed here. So this is some advice I'm giving to the relevant authority that just like they do sea defense where they use the steel sheet piling, that should be down here. Right here that I'm showing you, sheet piling, and then you put the necessary compactor material, then you solid cast the entire thing. But using this contraption here, this is going to lead to the bridge to sink. So this is the concern of the resident here. We don't know how much the government is paying the contractors for this project, and that's the next that's the next problem. We don't know who's the engineer, and we don't know if the engineer is qualified. But I'm gonna promise you this. We're gonna take this report, we're gonna air this program, and we're gonna keep this footage on file, and we're gonna follow up the condition of this bridge as an example of one of the many projects that the government undertaken without the consent, consultation of residents in the area.
I speak to the engineer.
Yes, exactly, yeah.
I speak to the engineer, right? And I show you them what the, and I show you about this force, and I can't tell you that well, okay. So like he get paid off or something. The engineer get to be just.
You know the name of the
I know the engineer, so but yeah, the engineer, and when I talk to
for the contractor or for the government?
the government. I know if it's the government or the nothing, but he said that they're okay. And he gone, he pick up his chef and gone.
Yeah,
I said this thing concerning the community as a whole. We got to see that he build properly because he got to serve the people for the next 25, 30 years. And when I finish build this, you don't know when you get back on the next bridge. So you got to protect to see what. That's how the bridge need to put the revetment right around to the all to end. The revetment is the pala to keep out the water for sea.
let that truck up on now. You gotta pick up garbage. You gotta pick up garbage. There you go.
Good day.
Yeah, more cool.
My name Ganesh, fine man in this village here, right? I was working in Linden. I have a can't have a car. The actual bridge, I don't have a problem with the bridge here, right? They're making the bridge, right? But they're gonna make a situation so let me say somebody sick in here now. So I get in here night time now. A body coming here night. How you get open here? A fire coming in the village here now. Who insure a building? What's going to happen to them? Right? We ain't seen doing that thing, they gotta prepare themselves, boss, man.
Well, what you speaking about is the access bridge. You want access bridge?
Access bridge, yes, is one. And they're not doing it.
What about the construction here?
Well, I totally wrong for this here because next 3 or 4 years, they say sink, everything gone. The money gone, it drain. So who get the drawback or who get the feedback is the guy in this country right now, boss, man. What? We live in this is the PP support, right? What is road I give you here? This is the road.
I don't have boys on here.
Right?
Free boys on.
The grading road, I just hold the contract up and got there is a guy where he's suffering in the village here. They fight your pay rate and tax. They pay tax. Nobody even come and chop a drain or clear a drain or nothing. When you clean apartment now, car, you place on the house, they break it there down. You know what I'm saying? Right? They're breaking the car last, like they're going to battery. Bust the glass up, they could carry power 1% for the car last night. Right? So, boss, there's a lot of things going on in this village here right now. A lot of things going on. What? Let's be honest here, right? If you come tonight, I see the dark of this bridge here.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Right? You see the street there? Me stuck by myself, put a light on there. To that point there. I said, me said no, I'll put a light on here now. Light is only problem to me, brother. But you wake it up, bust it up. Go break it up, right? Night time people getting robbed on here. A lot of people getting robbed. Right? You go to the NDC now, after a light, they tell you gotta go read the minister, you gotta read the president, you gotta read this, by that, just get a light for protect we down here. Right? No light you can't get. If you come tonight, 7 o'clock, and see down here, we passing through down here. And down here, where the buyers something bridge, right? Let me say a woman going to the shop, not coming back. They want to rob shit. Right? And these people look into the system.
Well, tell me about the type of vehicle that usually traverses this bridge. As you BK International Heavy Duty Truck will have 2 drum garbage every week. 2 drum garbage every week, Miss P, right? You just start there now. No, why make a dump the garbage? In the bedroom. Right about dump. And the next thing now, I'm bring the garbage drum and throw it me road here now. They will have to charge me. Fine man, you gotta go for a charge for the garbage. Right? Yeah. So there is a guy on. There's a lot of things in this village here, no one not looking at it. Nobody. This bridge you see here, the bridge is not the problem, right? The bridge, alright, you see the foundation bridge have here? This proper foundation have here. Past 3 years, right? Just the boards them is a remedy old, but putting new boards, we don't have a problem. Right?
No, it's real.
That is a main canal, right? There's a main canal for when water coming out. What the canal condition? You see there? What that condition there?
And here you have coming and
Right? Where's the 2-3 day rainfall in here? The place we gotta get boat and paddle inside here.
Take money cement. What with the steel? Me now contractor.
Yes.
Understand? What happen with the steel? They're too low in the water. Very shoulder for here. Well, you can't touch.
Now then they put some yellow band or these bands for tell anybody this band is gotta put foot. Well they notify a signboard this bridge will break. Then they put no nothing. First thing they build a bridge, come and go show you next bridge. They build a bridge, one body PPP activists, that one body alone I use the bridge. When we go to the NDC and ask them, they said they will look into the matter. The person, the PPP pastor, the vice chairman, he friend for use the bridge alone. One bridge, cost $1 million, go and check it. And then when the bridge, the resident here called for the bridge open too.
One portion use it.
We go and see the bridge.
The government plan for the people and block it off. And one portion alone use
One
it.
body for $2.
Mr. Pasha. Mr. Pasha.
With this road here?
Yeah, you got two right there.
But the bridge is straight there. One resident alone and use the bridge.
Vice chairman.
Huh?
The vice chairman.
The vice chairman friend, and he go in American house, so the bridge left for the family.
If something clear there,
He never gonna cause this.
it's a one-way street. Some of these residents will use the entrance instead of here because you wide that easy. This here from this one, so from there now. Push from this one, so they will push from that one, so they will use that
Last
one.
night we got to bend down hard and put all this wood on. Let me move it out because now them put it. Move your foot there, move your foot. Yeah, that's what they had it. We bring this and patch them thing. The Masjid do that. The Masjid at the back, they doing everything. The men them at the Masjid. Watch, we bring Masjid people put all them thing this. Masjid people bring all the shots.
Only all this material we put it.
We bring it from Masjid. That's not a lie. Watch how they left we. There's something for left. Be realistic.
Small bridge you want it clear.
And that's small bridge we want it that thing because one resident alone.
What I'm being told here is that this 3/4 inch steel here was not originally here. Was this 3/8 steel was originally what the contractor had used throughout. And only when the residents say they're gonna call me, then they use this 3/4 inch steel. And if you could see, this 3/4 inch steel was not used throughout as a store-up. So there's evidence here that if residents did not call on me to come up here, that this 3/8 steel would be used to be used for the foundation for this slab here, which will be very insufficient. But because the resident informed the contractor that I was coming up here, they immediately changed the 3/8 to 3/4 steel. So even this is insufficient because you will notice that below this this slab of concrete, below that it will be all hollow. So it needs some sheet piling to put here, and the entire thing should be casted, solid casted. That is the only way you could save this bridge. So I hope that the relevant authority, and I hope Robeson, the Minister of Public Works, will take charge of this project, because apparently whichever agency or division of government is undertaking this work, they're not competent enough to carry out this work. So here I'm reporting from Zealot East Bank Essequibo, Brother Dam, this afternoon, and this is the view of the many residents of this area, and they're totally dissatisfied with the quality of work they're receiving from the contractors, and the government needs to make a statement on this. Maybe the PPPC General Secretary Clement Rohi may need to visit this location here and state exactly if the party that is the government of the day is in agreement with this quality of work. We don't want to blame the government. The government is doing a lot for the people of this country, but the people demand quality work, value for money. So this footage will also be submitted to the Auditor General Department of Guyana, And I'm going to ask the Auditor General, Deodat Sharma, to send his engineer. When I head back to town today, I will ask the Auditor General, Deodat Sharma, to send his Auditor General to check on this work. Because I'm a former Member of Parliament. In that capacity of a Member of Parliament, I started a committee called the PAC, the Public Council Committee. The Public Council Committee will look at all of the works that contracted did that was reported by the Auditor General, and there's a number of instances with substandard work and cases where no work was done at all. So I will inform the Auditor General of Guyana to have his engineer visit this area immediately. Thank you.
Bend your camera good, you know, and see if this is a 2-inch thing. The contractor will come there just now with the vehicle, you know what you mean? He said it's a 2-inch, and this means it's done cast within 1 day.
Gonna make this already.
Watch it, 1 finger space, and this is a 2-inch. You understand me? Watch you put your finger here again. Less than 1 inch. And when the cast here, when the water come here, you have to and start breaking down. You're not going to use it for study this.
Come on, man. This is the foundation there for this bridge. No, both for them now, man.
No, not for the
This is the main bridge, but even if the foundation, how the bridge can make properly. Yeah, but this is, I mean, if there's something broken the wall, right? And big truck got passed on this bridge now, and big truck on the bridge fall out. Who going to give the fall?
And the bridge got passed, and vehicle got passed.
So we're going to make the seawall, and this is the main place. What, you tell me? When they go put the foundation, tell me how this thing can circulate, man. You got to get a pump for the circle till down here, circle this water, get a pump and draw this water, pump for the water, and throw the gas in, and make the foundation, and put them down, can make the bridge. The only way to go make money all the time, there. You tell me.
Yes, good afternoon, everybody. First of all, this bridge here, before they start to do anything to this bridge, they're supposed to make a false bridge that the people could pass, vehicle could pass, or whatsoever. Now, for instance, if you could see this concrete structure, whatever this I will put here now, is 3 piling I have there, 3 wood pile I have there for put rest concrete on wood pile for make a bridge. You check what's going on in here. This thing is pure substandard work these people are trying to do, and just take this money all the time. They're just wasting time. Go for instance, they're supposed to get somebody from each village. When you're doing contract work in a village, you're supposed to get somebody from the village to pass this work them. The people who live in this village to come pass them kind of work. This thing here, just wasting time. Just now, when you see the 3 pile rock, now the whole concrete collapse again. So we will really every day. First things you have to do, make a false bridge before they start do any construction work. You can see what takes place here. What this bridge, what condition like in. What so much body vehicle park over, that's if I can cross if we go there. Now, this kind of substandard work, people can't take them kind of work, this what takes place here. It's not nice at all. Down here, just for instance, people have to cross here night and day, right? And these people come over here and work 2 hours and then gone. This work can't happen like that. You gotta get a team to come here, team and machine or whatever to make this bridge fast and make properly. 3 days now, this bridge like this, and nobody come work as yet. Where really take place here? But somebody, you check how much you're going to pass here for the man for to school. If one falling here, nobody will rescue them dead. People have to pass here every minute of the day. Not but too much body vehicle that out. But people the last of us think about a vehicle already. People have to carry them thing home. What take place in this bridge here? This government them only care when time for election time for come keep big meeting here. Meeting, yes, are you come out, are you this, are you that? When come out now for do work now, they can't do this work in this village here. When you tell them about Zilot, they say Zilot, where's Zilot there? They don't know where there. But the last time when I talked about this road, over 6 months after, then they start to just throw something on this road. You better than the left with the big hole. Now we got pothole now. As the vehicle dropping there, you broke more than quick thinking and broken up on the vehicle. When you talk that Nobody no want to know here what you say. So, me glad if somebody can come properly to come see this place here, what take place in the Zilot area here, because even the president didn't even know Zilot recognized. Because nobody knows about Zilot. You hear everything from all the village and this village, that village, you not hear nothing about Zilot. Zilot not recognized at all. And because you guys know this thing, let they come and see what, and here, they're not all. The point is that Zilot is a stronghold, PPP stronghold here. Yes. So this bridge here, we glad that they fix this thing early o'clock and fix it properly. And this kind of substandard work what they got here, they're not try to go and get this thing properly done. Because this thing here not make it. Because this tree wood pile what they got in this thing here, for put concrete top a 3 wood pile, that can't do nothing. They have to start and make a false bridge in this area here first, before they make this properly bridge. Because this thing here, it didn't make it. It didn't make it at all. This just, you got to take one, let me say, 3-4 years, the whole concrete broke off because a woody respond. And where you go gone? It didn't make no sense. If them decide to make a properly bridge, then they make a false bridge first. So the people could pass and vehicle and whatsoever, everything could pass. Then they can cast this thing properly. This wood thing when they got to, you get good, you better put a wood house then. Put wood posts and put concrete tops, see what will happen. You can't walk like they have cast properly posts. And this is a long bridge. This is going to be properly lafting and so properly before you can make a properly bridge. First of all, as we may say, I don't know what people might vex with me, but they're supposed to make a false bridge first before they start on a project like this.
Okay, well, this gentleman here put it in simple language, and this is what I was saying at the commencement of the program. So here we will conclude the program. I just was in contact with the Auditor General Office of Guyana, and I requested the Auditor General Engineer to visit this structure, and I was told that the information will be passed on to the Auditor General Engineer. So they will be on site shortly. This is the information I'm giving to you. The Auditor General is the watchdog, and Shady Jagan was talking about, Shady Jagan was speaking about the people must be the watchdog. And we know the real watchdog of the finances of this country is no other than the Auditor General Department. So we call in on the hard-working engineer of the Auditor General Department to come visit this location at Zilot, Brother Dam, East Bank, Essequibo, as soon as possible, and we will also provide video evidence of what we've seen here. As I said, this gentleman put it in simple terms so anybody could understand, and we understand that across here a bridge was built for the friend of the vice chairman of Region 3, and the bridge cost approximately $1 million Guyana. I'm asking the Auditor General to verify that, and also to report in that $1 million taxpayers' money, and it was built for one person, the friend of the vice chairman of Region 3, and I understand no residents can have access to it. So as a result, all the people here have to accumulate in this one bridge. All the people have to accumulate in this one bridge when they could assist the children and senior citizens to access that bridge. We will video the bridge, we will visit the bridge, and we will show you what is happening to taxpayers' money. So we need an answer again from the Auditor General Department, also the chairman of Region 3, about that bridge that was built, and it actually, you're going to see it's blocked. It is blocked, and no one could access it except for that resident, and that resident now, I understand, is overseas. Overseas, I was told, okay? So these are the allegations, and we will ensure we stand up for the residents here of Zilot because they want to be the watchdog of the public force. They're doing their job. This bridge here, understand, is what BK International will use to access the sea defense. If you notice here, BK will be carrying over heavy machineries, drag line, heavy duty trucks to carry boulders, IMAX, everything to carry boulders and material to build that sea defense. So here we should have a bridge. And this bridge is a feeble bridge, and BK will carry the classes equipment, and the bridge sink and collapse. What will happen to the resident here? Because This is a disaster. This bridge is a disaster waiting to happen if it will be constructed in its present form. So thank you.